Apply the given sequence of transformations. Find the coordinates of A double prime. So let's take a look. We have xy goes to 1/2 x 2y, and then goes to x minus 3 y plus 1. So I'm going to find the coordinates a, b, c. A is 6, negative 2. B is 2, negative 2. And C is 0, 0. Now for the first transformation, we are multiplying the x values by 1/2. So 6 times 1/2 is 3. And then for the y value, we're doubling the y value. So negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. So for A prime, we have 3, negative 4. Then B prime, we'll apply the same rules. 1/2 times the 2 is 1. And then 2 times the negative 2 is negative 4. So now for the C prime, 0, 0, well 1/2 times 0 is 0, and 2 times 0 is 0. So the C prime, that coordinate is actually the same as the C. So let me draw this image, A prime, B prime, C prime. So we're going to go 3 and then negative 4. That's going to be A prime. And then 1, negative 4, B prime. Then C prime is 0, 0. Okay, now if we look back at the coordinate notation, you can see the x is 1/2 and the y is 2. So what that means is you shrink the x into half its size and you double the height. So the x used to go from 0 to 6, now it goes from 0 to 3, which is half as far, and the y used to go from 0 to 2 in the negative, now it goes from 0 to negative 4. So it's double the height, and that's exactly what we expected. Now let's take a look at the next transformation, x minus 3, y plus 1. So for the x value, we have x minus 3. So we're going to take 3 and then subtract 3 from it. 3 minus 3 is 0. And then negative 4, and then plus 1 is negative 3. Then we're going to take this x value, 1, and then 1 minus 3 is negative 2. And then for the y value, negative 4, and then plus 1 is negative 3. Then for the c prime, 0 minus 3 is negative 3, and 0 plus 1 is 1. And it might be a good idea for you to actually write all this out, where you write the coordinates and then write, say, 0 minus 3, and then write the next step as negative 3. If you want to do that to clarify things for you, that might be a good idea. Okay, let me go ahead and plot these points. 0, negative 3 is here. So that's your A double prime. Negative 2, negative 3 is here. That's your B double prime. And negative 3, 1, that's right here, C double prime. Now I'm going to move all the points in between the vertices. Okay. So there's our image. And just to review what we did, for the first image, we cut the x in half or divided by 2, or multiplied by a half, whichever way you want to think about it. For the y, we multiplied by 2. And so what that did is it shrunk the triangle horizontally and then stretched it vertically by 2. And then the second was just a translation, 3 to the left and 1 up. So that's how you apply a sequence of transformations. Just take it one step at a time, be very careful writing your coordinates, and it's a good idea, if you can, to draw each image along the way just to make sure you don't make a mistake. I mean, it's easier to compare one transformation to the previous instead of two transformations. So if I was to compare this final image with the first pre-image over here, I might have a hard time, but taking it step by step makes sure that I don't make any mistakes.